Let me take a look at this. When you look at that canyon and you look at how it runs from the fjord and all the way out. Yeah, I do.
At 37, Melissa Eckstrom has shattered the silence surrounding her famous father, Sig Hansen of Deadliest Catch, and the revelations are deeply unsettling. She's spoken out about the emotional and physical wounds she claims to have endured, wounds that cut far deeper than any storm on the Bering Sea. Let us delve into Melissa's revelations, a shocking tide that could leave the Hansen name struggling to stay afloat. The Hansen legacy beyond the waves. Life in the cold, harsh waters of Alaska's Bering Sea is not just a job, it's a gamble. And for some, it's been a losing one. Let's talk about a story that's got everyone buzzing. Melissa Eckstrom's name is back in the headlines. And at 37 years old, she's decided to finally break her silence. The connection, her famous father, Sig Hansen, the tough and weathered face of Deadliest Catch. But trust me, the details aren't pretty. Life in the cold, harsh waters of Alaska's Bering Sea is a gamble, and Melissa Eckstrom is ready to break her silence.
So you got, what, 60 mile spread, something like that?
Yeah, 50 plus. It's a lot of miles, man.
To set the stage, we're diving deep into the world of Deadliest Catch, a show that's gripped audiences for over 2 decades. It's about men, and a few women, who brave ice-cold waves and unpredictable storms to haul in the lucrative Alaskan crab. But while the viewers see the glory of full crab pots and high-stakes rescues, the real toll, the one on their bodies, minds, and relationships, often stays hidden. And that's where Melissa's story comes in. But let's rewind for a moment. Before Melissa's revelations, the Hansen name was almost sacred in the fishing world. Sig, born in the mid-60s and raised in Seattle, grew up on the deck of his family's boat. By his early teens, he was working the Bering Sea like a seasoned pro. Fast forward to his 20s, and he was already captaining the Northwestern, earning his crew's respect and a solid reputation. Through the years, Sig became more than just a fisherman. He was a mentor. He trained younger captains like Jake Anderson and even brought his daughter Mandy into the fold, ensuring the Hansen legacy would sail on. Mandy, in turn, named her own child after the sea, a symbolic nod to their family's deep ties to the ocean. But as inspiring as this sounds, not everything in the Hansen family is smooth sailing. Melissa's life stands in sharp contrast to the picture-perfect narrative. Her journey has been marred by personal struggles and her estranged relationship with her father. While Sig navigated the icy waters of Alaska, Melissa was fighting her own battles on shore. Her claims against Sig include allegations of emotional and physical violence, accusations he's firmly denied. But regardless of where the truth lies, Melissa's decision to speak publicly has reopened old wounds and created ripples far beyond their family. The toll of Deadliest Catch isn't limited to the dangers at sea. The captains and crew who risk everything for crab are often carrying unseen scars.
Are you serious?
I just found out that Nick died. He's dead.
Jake Anderson's story is a prime example. Losing his father and sister within a short span of time, Jake turned to the sea for solace, but found it an unforgiving place. His struggles with addiction and homelessness added layers to an already harrowing tale. Like Melissa, Jake's life behind the cameras was far from the adventure-packed scenes that audiences love. Then there's the story of other cast members who have faced legal troubles, addiction, and untimely deaths. Captain Phil Harris's stroke in passing, Nick McGlashan's overdose, and Elliot Neese's battle with substance violence are reminders that the dangers of this lifestyle extend far beyond the Bering Sea. Even Sig hasn't been immune, suffering 2 heart attacks in recent years, which many attribute to the intense stress and physical demands of his profession. Meanwhile, Melissa's revelations highlight another side of the coin, how the fame and pressure of being part of such a high-profile legacy can fracture a family. Her decision to break her silence isn't just about airing grievances. It's about reclaiming her narrative in a world that's often overlooked her voice. For Melissa, this isn't just about Sig or Deadliest Catch. It's about challenging a culture that glorifies grit and resilience while ignoring the personal costs. Reality TV has a way of sanitizing its stories. For every breathtaking shot of crashing waves, and daring rescues. There's a producer deciding what stays on the cutting room floor. Melissa's story, like those of many others tied to the show, reminds us that reality is often far messier than what we see on screen. The stakes in the Bering Sea are high, but the stakes at home can be even higher. As Melissa's words spread, they're bound to stir up debates about the price of fame, the weight of legacy, and the hidden costs of a life spent chasing crab and cameras. Whether you side with her or Sig, her decision to speak out forces us to confront the human stories behind the larger-than-life tales. And in the end, maybe that's the point, to remind us that even the toughest captains and their crews are, at their core, just people trying to navigate the stormy waters of life. The world of crab fishing is one of extremes, where fortunes are made or lost with every toss of the pot. Yet it's also a world built on tradition. The Hansen family's roots run deep, starting with Sig's father and grandfather, who pioneered the art of fishing opilio crab in the untamed waters of the Bering Sea.
Basically, Sig brought up Mandy to haul. That's great, but there's a problem. We're in heavy icing conditions. It's blowing 30, 35 knots outside.
Their early efforts opened the door to a new crab season, revolutionizing the industry and building the foundation for the Hansen name. This legacy, though, is a double-edged sword. While it's brought wealth and fame, it's also brought intense scrutiny and immense pressure. Melissa's choice to speak out has cast a spotlight on the human cost of that legacy. Her allegations have reignited conversations about the darker side of family dynamics in high-pressure industries. The stories of loss, addiction, and heartbreak surrounding the Deadliest Catch cast are not isolated. They're symptoms of a larger issue, the mental and emotional toll of life at sea. Beyond the personal struggles, the show itself has faced criticism for its portrayal of the fishing industry. While it's praised for its raw depiction of the dangers at sea, some argue it glamorizes a lifestyle that's far from glamorous. The grueling work, long hours, and constant threat of injury or death are all part of the job. Yet the show's narrative often glosses over the long-term effects on the fishermen and their families. Melissa's story serves as a profound reminder that the cost of the high-stakes world portrayed in Deadliest Catch cannot be quantified solely by the pounds of crab harvested or the television ratings earned. Beneath the surface, it is the lives, relationships, and personal struggles of those who endure this dangerous lifestyle that truly define its impact. Melissa's journey, intertwined with the perilous undertakings of her husband Sig, reveals the unspoken challenges and sacrifices behind the scenes of this intense maritime pursuit. Sig Hansen's life as a captain on the unforgiving Bering Sea is a testament to resilience, leadership, and unrelenting determination. Each season, he faces the immense pressure of not only navigating through treacherous waters, but also ensuring the safety of his crew and achieving the financial goals necessary to sustain their livelihood. The demands placed on a captain go far beyond setting a course or directing operations. They encompass a profound responsibility for the well-being of those who entrust their lives to his command. For Sig, this role extends beyond the confines of the vessel, as he also strives to be a mentor, a pillar of strength, and, most importantly, a father. Balancing these responsibilities has proven to be one of his greatest challenges, requiring sacrifices that few outside this world can truly comprehend.
You know what, after looking at that, I'm really scaring myself. I mean, I always thought I was stubborn. I didn't think I was that stupid. That's just dumb.
Meanwhile, Melissa's experience unfolds in a parallel yet equally demanding reality. As Sig's wife, she navigates a world that often sidelines the voices of those not directly on the deck. Her journey is one of finding agency and strength in an environment that tends to prioritize the relentless pace of the sea over the quieter struggles on shore. Melissa's determination to assert her voice, provide support, and maintain a sense of normalcy for her family amidst the chaos is a narrative that resonates deeply with the unsung heroes behind the scenes of any demanding profession. The allure of the Bering Sea, as depicted on screen, is undeniable. Towering waves, unpredictable storms, and the high-stakes quest for an elusive catch captivate viewers worldwide. Yet behind every successful haul is a backdrop of unrelenting challenges that go unnoticed. For those on the water, the physical toll is immense. Braving freezing temperatures, sleep deprivation, and the constant threat of injury. The emotional toll is just as severe, with extended periods away from loved ones, mounting financial pressures, and the ever-present specter of failure. These realities cast a long shadow over the lives of the captains, crews, and their families. For Melissa, the storms on shore are no less relentless. The strain of maintaining a household, raising children, and supporting a partner whose very survival depends on skill and luck at sea requires strength and resilience of a different kind. Her role involves not only managing the practicalities of daily life, but also serving as an emotional anchor for a family perpetually in flux. The absence of her husband for weeks or months at a time creates a void that must be filled with fortitude, adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to the well-being of their loved ones. Sig's position as a mentor and leader adds another layer of complexity to their shared story. The responsibility of guiding younger crew members, imparting wisdom, and ensuring the continuation of a hard-earned legacy weighs heavily on his shoulders. The world of commercial fishing is one of apprenticeship, where knowledge is passed down through experience and trust. For Sig, this means investing not only his time, but also his emotional energy into those who will one day carry the torch forward. This dynamic often leads to difficult decisions, where the lines between captain, teacher, and friend blur, creating moments of tension and growth that define the relationships forged at sea. It all starts with the sea, but there's more to this story than the waves.